Welcome to my video series called Porn and You. My name is Lyell and I'm a men's health and porn addiction specialist in Melbourne, Australia. Today we're going to talk about how men who watch porn regularly have little to no organic sexual energy present in their body, yet they think that they've got a really high sex drive. So hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. Now let's deep dive into sex drive and see what that's all about. Sexual energy is life force energy. It's also known as chi, jing, pranic energy, and kundalini. In kinesiology, I work with it in terms of chi and organs and meridians, and we're unblocking these lines of energy to increase chi. On the tantric side of things, I work with it in terms of kundalini and sexual energy, and we activate that kundalini that runs up the spine to achieve so many amazing benefits, including guys not wanting to watch porn again. It's amazing, and it's also extremely healing for sexual abuse from childhood as well. In Eastern cultures, it's called jing, and they believe that you are only born with a certain amount of jing. Therefore, every time you ejaculate, you decrease your lifespan. So I think we've got a few guys in trouble here. So watching porn regularly drains this life force energy. It drains your sexual energy through the constant roller coaster of chemicals and hormones produced in your body and your brain from watching porn. All right, so you get a high or a hit and then you crash, and then a high, then you crash. Then on top of that, you're actually ejaculating each time. And so for some of you, that's multiple times a day, which is so unhealthy. Ejaculation drains life force energy by expelling chi along with zinc and other nutrients and minerals. All your bodily fluids contain chi, and when you ejaculate, you lose chi, you lose sperm, you lose fluids, and your body goes into a slump afterwards, like a hangover. That's because it's trying to reproduce all the millions of sperm that you just lost. That's why you often use it as a tool to get to sleep, because your body relaxes and shuts down basically. And the danger with that is that you're self-medicating, and a lot of you are using it as a stress release as well. You may feel like it's relieving stress, but you are actually causing more problems in your body and your mind and your energy by doing that. And you're also masking the real issues and denying yourself the growth and consciousness from actually learning how to deal with these things head on, which I can teach you. General energy levels are also directly affected by porn addiction because sexual energy comes from a place of life force energy. It's all the same thing. So you'll be tired most of the time if you're watching porn, and your vibrational frequency is also low when you have a porn addiction, and you're constantly ejaculating, so that affects it as well. All right, so let's move on to a term I know you all like to use, sex drive. If I had $1 for every time I heard I have a high sex drive, I'd be a very rich woman. Sex drive is almost a false term, because if it's driven by addiction in the brain, it's not sexual energy at all, which is the case in most men because the majority of you are watching porn. You can be highly sexual and not have sex, a concept my clients have trouble grasping, I know. So sex drive incorporates so many elements and variables, from hormone levels in the body to nutritional support in the body, levels of vitamins, minerals, and amino acids in the body. You've got your emotional and mental issues, your belief systems and subconscious programs running. What's happening in your relationship affects it, how you feel about yourself and the sexual relationship you have with your own body and mind, how often you're ejaculating, whether there's abuse present in the past, and of course, whether addictions are present. All of that affects sex drive. When you take away porn, it becomes very evident that there is no sexual energy, no organic sexual energy present in men's bodies. When I work on them every single day, it's very obvious, as I can feel their energy in my body, and my body then reacts accordingly. It's like working on an empty vessel. The vibrational frequency is very low. I can also feel how disconnected they are to their sexuality. I can feel their blockages, and I can feel where their pain is as well. After the first session, When they go away and do their self-pleasure homework and stop watching porn, I can then feel the difference in their body and their energy when they come back for round 2. Sometimes it only takes 2 weeks, so that's amazing. Sexual energy is responsible for feeling horny, getting erections, and achieving orgasm. So if it's low, then you'll have trouble achieving all of those things naturally, and Viagra isn't going to help you one bit. Often the only time you feel fully charged is when you're amped up on dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These are the chemicals that are being produced in the brain when you watch porn. And it's what causes that neural addiction. The brain can't accommodate for all the extra chemicals that it's producing and that you're producing. So it has to rewire itself, and the neural pathways change. The brain damage is the same as a drug-addicted brain, and after some time, the brain then needs that chemical fix all the time, and this is the cause for this false sense of sex drive that you have. You're chasing the thrill, you're chasing the chemical hit in the brain. All right, so that's the bad news. The good news is that you can correct this normally within a few weeks, sometimes a few months. It just depends on how long you've actually been watching porn for, how severe the neural addiction is, and how damaged the brain and your sensitivity has become. You can register for my 90-day program, Awaken Your Sex God, and I'll hold your hand all the way through this process so that you can start making changes immediately in your life. For more information, send me a PM and I'll give you a call. Don't forget to watch the other videos in my series, and I will talk to you very soon. Ciao for now.